make it a better place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line.
Hi everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and I have a sort of a late post for you guys. It is Thursday, which means it is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. If you're here in the US and you're celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you're having a wonderful day with friends and family and of course food. And I completely dropped the ball this week. I thought my kids were in school on Wednesday. I thought their last day was Wednesday, and it turns out it was Tuesday. And so none of our Thanksgiving treats and gifts for the teachers actually made it to school this last week. I'm actually going to take them on Monday, but that kind of thing happens, right? I just totally spaced it. I was making them on Tuesday, and then my husband was like, they don't have school tomorrow. So on Monday, I'm going to take all these goodies to the school and give them to everybody on Monday. So I thought I would share with you guys what I made. This right here is for the principal. It's a little tin. It's a little paint can. And I actually had this just in my craft supplies. I got it years ago. I think it had like Christmas candy in it and I saved it. And so I just wrapped some designer paper around it, tied a bow with some retired this is twine that we carried a couple years ago. And then I did these really pretty leaves. I used we had a leaf die a couple years ago, and I used that and cut out all these leaves. And then I used embossing folders and cut them out. And then I even cut some out in gold glitter. And then I just wrapped them around. And then I used, I'll show you which punch, this punch. Sorry, it's a little hard to see. So I used that punch and then early espresso cardstock, and then I embossed this with white embossing powder, and I used this stamp set. And for some reason, I was positive that I got the pillow die box, which is, you can bundle this stamp set with the pillow die box, and I don't have that die. Like, I don't have the Thinlit that cuts the pillow box out, and for some reason I really thought I did, but I must have just picked up the stamp set. So I used this right here and embossed. Next for the girls this is for the principal, and then the girls as teacher, I did a large candle, and I always have candles on hand. I mean, I have a bucket full of candles, and this is actually my favorite candle of all time. This one, you get it at Walmart, and it is pumpkin spice. I just had to smell it because it's my favorite. I stock up on these when they come out for fall. I think they're probably all out now that it's, you know, fall's pretty much over, Thanksgiving is over, but they're a pretty color, and then they smell really nice. And so I just did kind of the same thing. I wrapped burlap ribbon around it first, and then I did this twine, and then I did the same thing with the leaves and then the embossing. And then for Violet's teacher, I did the same thing, but this is a red candle, and it's actually a summer scent. It's like Field of Poppies, but I really couldn't part with 2 of my pumpkin spice candles. You guys, I just couldn't do it. So I had this summer scent on hand, and so I did the same thing, and I thought it was still pretty, the color. So that's for the girls as teacher. And then the gal that works in the office, her name is Sarah, and I did the same thing. I just did a little candle, and then I did the same thing, the twine, and then the ribbon, and then the embossed tag right there. So then I had a bunch of candy left from the kids' treat, which I'll show you guys in a minute. So what I did is I put together, originally I was going to do the pillow box die and then do this on the pillow box, but I don't have the pillow box. I don't know what happened. I really thought I did. So instead I put these little baker boxes together, and then they have the candy inside, and then I just added the leaves to the top. So I'm making 4 of these. There's one for the helper that's in Violet's kindergarten class. There's 27 kindergartners, so they have a aide that's in there all day helping. And then I'm going to do one for her, and then one for the other gal that works in the office, and then I have one for the gal up at the post office. And they're just filled with these little Hershey nuggets. Cute, right? So then what I'm doing for the kids is, I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. There's a little Hershey nugget right inside. And all you do is you take designer paper and you cut it at 1.5 inches by 6 inches. And then you use the triple banner punch, which looks like this, triple banner punch. And you punch both sides. And then you just wrap, what I do is I just wrap it in here. I use a little bit of adhesive, and then you get this right here. And then I use the punch and the stamp set, the Acorn. And you guys know I've used this a lot this year, this season. And you just attach that. And this stamp right here is in the set. So this is the set. And I just use that to stamp, and then they get a little chocolate, and it's just a little cute. I know it's a smaller treat than I usually do, but I just wanted to do something small, and this is actually a little bit more work than I realized, all the pieces, but it'll be okay. I'm just gonna sit tonight when we watch something and put these all together. So those are the Thanksgiving treats that I did. There'll be photos over on my website. You can head over there by just clicking right up here to the link right here. It takes you to the coordinating blog post. There's photos as always, so you can pin those to Pinterest and remember them. And then of course there's a supply list for all the supplies that I used that you can pick up in my online store. And one last thing, don't forget that the online sale is happening right now. Today and tomorrow are the very last days for that. So you'll want to make sure that you pick up any of those items that are on sale. You will want to do that now. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you're having a very blessed Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you later. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me to the very end of my video. I have a few other videos here where I have used that Acorn punch and the stamp set that you can bundle with it. And I'm really sad to see this time of the year come to an end. And I've been loving those products, that Acorn punch and then the embossing folder that you can get too, that kind of goes with this season. So right there, the very first video is a thank you card I did using my paper pumpkin kit, and then the Acorn punch. And then the very next video is an Autumn's Wish card that I did, and that embossing folder that is featured in that card is on the holiday retiring list, and there are only a few left in stock. So if you're interested in that beautiful embossing folder, you'll want to pick it up right away. You can head on over to my website and see, to my coordinating blog post, and see a supply list along with photos of these projects. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday, and I will be back tomorrow with a Memory Keeping Friday. Thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful day.